Hey guys, if your crystals could talk, I bet they'd ask you for a spa day. So why not give them a little pampering since they take all the negativity away from us? Have you guys ever wondered why your crystals are moody? Well, crystals get moody because they absorb our energy. I'm going to take you into the crazy world of crystal cleansing today. This is just a small collection of my crystals, but I'm going to show you a few ways that you can cleanse your crystals. So I have some water, a little bit of gentle Dawn soap in the water. I don't like to use too much water because I don't like to use harsh chemicals on my crystals. Who likes harsh chemicals, right? Okay, I'm going to show you that with this. So how do we cleanse our crystals? They want a spa day, right? They're feisty. No harsh chemicals. We already established that one. Here we go. This is my beautiful amethyst that I've had for years. Going to put her in a warm bath with some Dawn detergent, very little Dawn detergent. I'm going to set her in there, and I'm going to use a very soft toothbrush, dip it in the water, and I'm just going to gently go over it to break up some of the dust that's on the top of her. And you can hold her on the bottom and kind of go over her, get in all the grooves. I can already see on the top there's hair. I have cats, so there's cat hair and all that fun stuff. Then you can take her out of the water. You don't want the crystal to soak in the water too long, so we want to take it out. We want to just do another brush over gently. Go gentle, and dip the top in the water, shake it around. That's it, and leave it to dry. Okay, nothing too crazy, nothing too harsh. You can just kind of swoosh it around in there, raw rock. Let me go over while I'm talking about the water. There are crystals that you don't want to go in there. I know for a fact malachite, selenite. I don't know all of them offhand. I'm going to try and put some of them scrolling up in the video. There are, just check with the crystal, check the crystal before you dump it in there. This is some moonstone. So there are some stones that should not go in water. So check your crystal out before you dump it in water, because some of them will melt, some of them will dissolve in the water. Selenite cannot go in water, so be careful before you put your crystal in water so that you know it's safe. Citrine should not go in water. Amethyst can go in water. This is another form of amethyst. I'm going to dump it in the water, pop it out. There we go. Okay, so we can water cleanse our crystals. All right, I have a crystal that cannot go in water. Let me see what I can find that cannot go in water. Angelite cannot go in water. I know my angelite cannot go in water. I believe kyanite cannot go in water, so I'm going to put that there. Selenite is a master cleanser, so really it doesn't need to be cleansed, but I do like to cleanse it, so I'm going to put my selenite down here. This is seer stone. I don't think that can go in water, so I'm going to put that here. I'm just putting a few stones down that I believe can't go in water, or I don't want to chance it. Fluorite I'm not sure of, so I'm going to put that down. Anything I'm not sure of, another piece of angelite. So I have a bunch of stones here that I know or believe can't go in water. I'm going to dump them here. Now I'm going to do some smoke cleansing. This is another way to cleanse your stones. I'm going to light some sage up, and I'm going to use the smoke, and I'm going to go over my crystal. And I'm going to ask that the sage cleanse the crystals, removes any negativity, any buildup on my stones. I ask that the energy attached to these stones is released. I ask that the sage cleanse the stones of any negativity, of any energy. And I may not be using the proper words, but this is the way I do it. Okay, I use the sage over my stones, and I use my own words, and you can use your own words, asking the sage to remove and cleanse, asking the spirits to cleanse the stones of any negativity. I ask the crystals to release the energy that they have built up, and so it is. And then I allow the sage to continue to burn in my safe bowl or safe shell, and I know that my crystals are cleansed and I can use them another day. Okay, so that's another way you can do it, smoke cleansing. We know you can put it in the moon because the crystals love to be out in the moon, but let's be real, and you bring your whole collection out on a full moon. I can't. I have a huge collection, so I can't bring them all out. So okay, at the end of the night, the crystals that I bring out with me every day into the world, I like to do a quick selenite cleanse every night So I have a big selenite stick. You can use a small selenite stick or a charging dish. You can use a small stone like this. Any piece of selenite that you have, you can just run the selenite over it to release any energy that has attached itself to the stone, with the intent that the crystal is cleansed again for the next day so that you can use it the next day or whenever you intend to use it. When you bring crystals home from the shop, home from wherever you got it, you get it in the mail, before you use it, you want to cleanse the stone of any energy that may be attached to it. So I've just given my crystals a nice spa day. I'm sure they appreciate it just like we appreciate a spa day. So if you have an entertaining story about when you gave your crystals a spa day, let me know in the comments. So think about it. You have a stone that hasn't been cleansed since your last breakup. Your citrine, your rose quartz hasn't been cleansed since your last breakup. It's going to be about as moody as you are. So we have to cleanse our stones. Try and remember that to cleanse your stones. They're going to be just as moody as we are, right? It's like taking a selfie with a grouchy cat. You don't want that bad energy from the stone to be carried to you when you go out into the day. So remember to cleanse your stones. This is just a quick reminder, cleanse your stones. All right, guys, peace out. Take care. Cleanse your stones.